Hi everyone, welcome to Soul Strength Tarot. We're going to do the Mercury retrograde videos for each sign. Mercury retrograde is happening from February 17th to March 9th. My advice to you when you watch your video is to take notes, okay? Write down what comes through. One of the main cards that we're going to pull and then we're going to be talking about in your reading will be an archetype card. An archetype is a way of thinking. It is a pattern of thoughts, patterns of behavior, motivations that you apply in your everyday life. When I pull this card, the intention is that this is going to be something that serves you over the next 3 weeks as you move through whatever the events are that will unfold for you. Everyday events unfold in our lives, right? But this particular archetype is going to be a source of power for you. It's going to be something that makes your 3 weeks go smoother. It's going to be the type of energy that is going to grow you the most and the fastest in these 3 weeks. So Spirit will deliver whatever it is that you need to have in mind. So you're going to want to write that down. I'm going to pull some higher wisdom cards from the Rebecca Campbell decks. All right, so we have the Starseed deck and the Lightworker deck. And then we're going to be pulling tarot to get more specific themes. We're going to pull some angel messages and maybe a prayer card as well. We'll see what comes up. In each reading, it might be a little bit different because I do this based on one circumstance at a time. So we'll see what comes up, but you're going to want to take notes because the really cool thing, and it's something that I do in my own tarot practice, is that I write down what comes up in a reading. And then over the next 3 weeks, you're going to look at what you wrote down. You're going to, even just if you start each morning off, looking at what you wrote down, kind of have it fresh in your head so that as the day unfolds, you have these energies like ready to be used when necessary, right? Or when something shows up, when a situation arises, somebody says something to you, you kind of know, okay, this kind of goes with the themes this week. I'll embrace it, right? And you're going to operate from a higher perspective and a higher sense of self. And then when those 3 weeks are over, look back again at your notes and you'll really be able to actually pinpoint the situations and relationships that brought these moments in the cards to life in your everyday life. And it's really awesome to see how it shows up. It always shows up. So I think you'll have a lot of fun with that. So I invite you to take that opportunity to take notes as you listen to your reading. And I wish you a wonderful retrograde season with lots of growth, lots of good stuff. And it's nothing to be thinking of negatively, right? We hear Mercury retrograde and people tend to be like, oh my gosh, everything goes wonky. And in reality, that's not what retrograde is at all. It's really a time for us to go over some lessons that we need to go over because we're all learning all the time and none of us are getting it right all the time. And not only that, but as we evolve, we're going to revisit lessons that we've already been met with, challenges that we've already experienced, and we're going to now handle them from a higher version of ourselves, right? We're going to have more wisdom to apply. So Mercury retrograde is always kind of an opportunity to tie up loose ends, to revisit things that need your attention, and so apply the highest version of yourself to some old situations or old challenges that have come up for you in the past. So it's actually an awesome opportunity. So I wish you all the best. Thank you so much for watching. Hi Libra, we're going to get started. So we're going to start by pulling your archetype card. And remember, your archetype is the theme that you're going to be working through. This could be an energy that's in you. It could be in your mindset. It could be in your actions, your behaviors. It also could be an outside energy that influences you. It could be a person in your life that's bringing this energy into your life. It could also be a situation that's bringing this energy into your life. Now, the thing is, we want to stay open. We want to be open to what this brings. We want to be open to whatever's reflected in this reading, because here's the thing. Sometimes, Mercury retrograde is about upgrading us. And that's not always easy. And sometimes what it does is it puts something right in front of us that we have to see, a reflection that we might be not comfortable with. We might not be happy about. We might actually be confused by it. Sometimes things come up and we think, this wasn't even on my mind. This wasn't even on my radar. Are you sure, Spirit? Like, I'm not really even sure what you're talking about. Okay. Go with it anyway. Take your notes on the reading, because always at the end, after it's all over, if you look back at what you wrote down, you will 100% of the time be able to pinpoint how it did show up. And it gives you so much more self-awareness and it helps you really expand. Okay. And that's what this is all about. It's all about you being upgraded into a more powerful version of yourself. All right. It's a beautiful opportunity. It is nothing to be worried about, stressed about, or freaked out about. Literally, Mercury is about putting you into, kind of like slowing you down, putting you into your heart space, having you do some self-reflection, having you work through things, because we all need to do that. All right. So we'll see what comes up. Okay. You are getting the mother archetype. All right. And the mother is a beautiful energy of creation, fertility. The mother archetype is nurturance, patience, unconditional love, joy in giving birth to life. The shadow of the mother is smothering or abandoning children, instilling guilt in children for becoming independent. So with the archetype that you're going to be working through, this can be showing up as you as a mother, and you really wanting to be accessing the beautiful motherly energies that you are capable of. Whether you are a biological mother or not doesn't matter. We all have the divine feminine and masculine within us, okay? Even if you're a male watching this, the mother archetype is about nurturing, and it's about giving, and it's about creating, okay? If you have children, if you work with children, or if it is even just immediate family members, the shadow of the mother would be that control, okay? That like smothering, not wanting to release, not wanting, wanting to like be in charge, make all the decisions, being a little manipulative, using guilt in a way that hurts them. Just be aware of that, okay? And it might not be you. It might be your mother. It might be a mother figure in your life. It might be somebody who's just that's the energy that they bring into your life, okay? So we're going to pull more cards and see how this is showing up. But for those of you who are mothers, just kind of self-reflect on that and just think, all right, well, where am I at most of the time, right? Am I operating with patience? Am I operating with that nurturing energy that is a beautiful mother energy? Or am I operating from a place of stress? Am I trying to manipulate to get my way? Am I, do I use any guilt or anything like that to make my kids be what they want to be or do what they want to do? All right, let's see what else comes up, because every time I pull more cards, we get a little bit more clarity on that energy. All right. So right now we're going to pull from the Starseed Oracle by Rebecca Campbell. And then we'll pull from her Work Your Light deck, also Rebecca Campbell. All right, well, I'm going to pull two because that's what came out. Okay, so we have Inner Earth. You'll survive this. New solutions and beginnings. And then we have Breath of the Cosmos. My will to thy will. Micromanaging the universe. Okay. So let's take a look at the inner earth, okay? You can see that this is this view of something that is beautiful, and the inner earth is you'll survive this. New solutions and beginnings. If you are a new mom and you are struggling, like let's say you have an infant, like that's no joke. The infant stage is incredibly difficult. If you are at any stage of being a mother and you have any children that are, parenting is hard, okay? Hands down, every stage comes with its own challenges. Whatever stage you're at, this is definitely letting you know you're going to get through it, okay? You will survive this. New solutions. To me, I feel like that indicates that it's more than just the hard parts of parenting, that there's something very specific that's challenging your relationship in your family with your children. And it's going to work out, okay? The message here from Spirit is that things will work out so you can have peace. The inner earth, we want to bring some peace to this and not so much stress. We don't want to tap into that manipulative mother energy where we're trying to force things to be the way we think they're supposed to be. We have to flow. We have to trust that things are the way they are for a reason, okay? The breath of the cosmos, my will to thy will. Micromanaging the universe. Here's the thing. This is all about surrender right here, okay? My will to thy will. Giving up your sense of needing to force an outcome or have total control and letting Spirit handle it. If you are a parent, or whatever way this shows up, if it's actually in parenting, and you are stressed because you are worried about your children, there is something that's going on in your family that is just overwhelming to you. You don't know how to solve it. You don't know how to control them. You don't know how to be the best mom right now, right? Like parenting doesn't come with a handbook. To me, it's the hardest job anybody can have. And it's just overwhelming at times. Spirit's message here, there's no doubt in my mind, is surrender and trust. It is not for you to solve and to have all the solutions. You have a team of angels working on that with you. So right now, the stress that you might feel is this burden that is 100% on you to do it all, know it all, have all the answers, fix all the problems, do all the providing. That is totally overwhelming, okay? You are going to get through whatever this moment is, no doubt. But Mercury retrograde is definitely showing up in a theme of parenting and your children. Okay, so this is definitely something that you are going to be focused on. This is going to be your main focus for this Mercury retrograde, is your children or your child. Okay. I'm just thinking about this as I shuffle this new solutions and beginnings. You can't force outcomes. And when we do cling to something, when we try and force fate to do what we want, when we manipulate, when we use guilt, when we use pressure, when we threaten, and, when we really just push really hard against something that's going on, we mess with the energetic flow. Okay. So that new solutions and new beginnings, those can't show up unless we stop micromanaging, unless we let go and let God, okay? That's really an important message coming through here. So you need to surrender, you need to pray, and then you need to trust that your prayers are being heard and that they will be answered in the highest good for all, which means we remind ourselves the highest good for all is not necessarily the image that we have in our mind. Okay, there is a much bigger picture unfolding that you don't have all the information to, okay? Council of Light, divine orchestration, helpers in the subtle realms. I literally just said this, right? There's the team of angels working this out. You need to pray. That is it, okay? There is your job, is to pray. This is where you're at. You need to allow Spirit to do their job. And then you need to trust that they're doing the perfect job. That is so hard as a mom, right? It is so hard to 100% give up the reins, especially if situations are not what we would choose. The solutions don't look like the solutions that we are looking for, okay? That is really hard. But Spirit is saying to you, we have this under control. Whatever this situation is, whatever this moment is, this is exactly what it's supposed to be. So you need to trust us. We love you. We love your children. We're on your team. You are all unconditionally loved, right? The Divine Mother is looking over you, okay? And if we just think about it from that way, right in the center of these ascended masters on this card is the Mother Mary. And I think actually, I'm going to read what this book says. I don't always do that, but I feel like I want to, okay? We're going to read what these books say for these cards. So we're going to do the Council of Light. I feel like whatever situation you're facing, Libra, it's probably a hard one. And we need all of the validation and 106. Sorry, it's not in alphabetical order, so. Okay, so with this Council of Light card, I'm going to read to you what Rebecca Campbell writes on this message. The Council of Light is a team of benevolent beings who are here to assist the raising of consciousness on the planet. They are here to help you achieve your soul mission and are guiding you every step of the way. However, because we live in a world where free will reigns, they cannot help you without your permission. If you would like their assistance, it is time to ask them. They can help with all kinds of requests. Nothing is too big or too small. Think of them as your personal team of helpers in the spirit realm. They are willing and ready to step in and get to work. What would you like help with? What tasks would you like to delegate to them? The Council of Light is a team of ascended masters, light beings, angels, and guides, devoted to the rising of Earth and all humanity. If you are a light worker, it is from them that you receive your personal mission. Like a spirit world United Nations, they want to thank you so much for doing this work and devoting your life to uplifting the planet. Pray to them for clarity and guidance regarding your personal mission. Put in your requests and let them get to work. So there is an activation that comes with this. So you might want to write this down. And when you write it down, hold this up to your heart, because that's what this activation calls for. So if you had this card, if you had this deck, you would actually hold this up to your heart and say this to yourself. Okay. And I'm going to read it to you. Council of Light, I am ready to receive your help for fulfilling my personal dharmic mission. Thank you for guiding me with clarity every step of the way, and for sending me helpers and experiences that delight my mind, body, and soul. So you are being very much called to surrender and to offer whatever situation is that you're struggling with, offer that up in prayer, okay? No doubt it's time for prayer. If you don't already pray, keep praying if you are praying, because Spirit is letting you know, like, this is an important part of your mission. This is an important karmic part of your life. This is fated, okay? Whatever this situation is for you is fated, meaning it was meant to be. It was meant to happen. So you have to have heaven's help, okay, in working through it, because it is going to grow you, okay? And this situation, you know, and I tread lightly when, like, the mother archetype is here, because I'm a mom and I know how I feel. We don't all use, like, rational thinking when it comes to our children, right? Like, our love for our children is so over the top overwhelming that we are not always operating from a reasonable, stable level of thought, right? So I understand that there could be things involving your children that absolutely throw you through the roof in any direction for any reason, whether it's anger, fear, worry, sadness. I mean, like, as moms, we feel what our children feel, right? It's no small thing. But I definitely feel like what's coming through on this is that whatever your unique personal situation is, prayer is the answer. Surrender is the answer, okay? And I do believe your prayers will be answered, and you just need to be open to how that shows up, okay? All right, so we're getting the 5 of Swords, so we have a little bit of conflict here. We're getting the reverse 7 of Coins. We're getting the 6 of Swords. We're getting the 6 of Cups. There's the Children card, the reverse Sun, and the 3, the Empress. Yep, there's the other Mother card. Okay. Okay. So we're getting the 5 of Swords coming out. This is a conflict, right? This is a, you know, this is disagreements. This is arguments. This is differing perspectives, differing viewpoints. For a mothering archetype here, this could be coming up as you're telling your kid, no, you can't do this. And they are rebelling, and you're having to really just lay the hammer down, and you're trying to protect them, and you're trying to protect them from themselves and the mistakes that they're potentially making, right? You have this 7 of Coins where it's like you're putting in all this effort, and what are you getting, right? Where do you even, like, you're probably feeling like you're not getting anywhere, because the 7 of Coins represents working hard and reaping the benefits of it. Like, she's harvesting all those coins, but yet reversed, it's like, I'm doing the work, I'm putting the time in, I'm trying so hard to deal with whatever this is, whatever this stress is, whatever this mindset, if it's a mindset or it's conversation, if it's issues, if it's differing viewpoints, whatever this 5 of Swords energy is, you might be feeling like you're not getting anywhere with it. This 6 of Swords is about moving on, okay? This is about, like, just continuing forward, right? This is showing up after the 5 of Swords, and this is about, like, I'm not going to engage anymore here. We're going to head in a different direction, right? We're going to remove ourselves from this energy. I'm not going to battle it out. I'm going to move in a different direction. And it's even, like, kind of funny, because it's like this man and this woman in this boat with this, like, you know, person in the middle just sitting there, like, slumped over. Like, easily could be a kid being like, like not getting their way, and you're having to be like, no, we're going to head in this direction now because we know what's best, whether you like it or not. Okay. And nobody's really happy and the trip isn't fun. Isn't that like totally metaphorical for parenting? We have the moon there, we have the sun coming up, but we still have the moon. So we have that mystery that we can't fully see ahead what's up ahead, but we know we have to head in this direction. We know we have to do the hard thing. Okay. We have to say what's hard. We have to make the decisions that are hard. That's like, it sums up parenting. Okay. And we know that it has to do with our parents because with your parenting, because you're getting, Libra, the 6 of Swords and then the 6 of Cups. The 6 of Cups is the children card. Okay, this has to do with children and innocence. So it's really a validation that you're going to do the right thing if you're already living it and you're already making decisions and you're making changes and you're enacting rules and you're having conversations and you are doing the hard stuff. You're in the moment. It's really a validation for you that you're doing the right thing. And if you're considering things and you're trying to figure out what to do, pray about it because you're going to be shown the direction that you need to head in. All right. So this move on and travel in a new direction, approach it a different way, right? It doesn't mean that we need to physically move. It means that we need to shift perspective and try it from a different angle. We need to shift focus. We need to try things a different way. Okay. This is validation for that. We have the Sun card coming up in the reverse, right? So we don't have illumination. We don't have the full picture. When the sun is shining, we can truly see where we're heading. We can see the results of our efforts. We can see the blessing of the sun, of the growth that comes up when the sun is shining. But although the sun is showing up, it's coming. We don't have that illumination yet. It's not quite here because we're still in this moment of working through it, okay? But we're ending with the Empress, okay? And the Empress is the mother card in the tarot. Literally, there she is, holding her child, okay? All that abundance, all that creation, all the animals, all the vegetation. This is that divine goddess mother energy. This is Mother Earth right here. So it's just no doubt in my mind that this mother energy, we have the two mother cards and the children coming through. For those of you that are watching, however this specifically resonates for you, take it as validation that Spirit sees the struggle that you might be in, okay? Use what's coming up here to give you the strength to stay strong and stay firm in your motherly instincts, okay? Continue to love unconditionally throughout any hard conversations that have to happen, okay? So over the next 3 to 6 weeks, if there are things that you need to say that are difficult, or if there are rules, boundaries, limitations that you need to set in place, or decisions that you need to make that are just, maybe you didn't expect to have to make these decisions, whatever this is, you have to trust that you're all here for a reason in this moment and that this is going to work out. Solutions will be showing up. I believe that all will be well, but you're in that moment where it's like trial by fire as a parent, right? As a mother, it's like you have to dig deep into your deepest core mother strength to navigate what's happening here. All right. I think that there is just this challenging situation. Maybe your child is going through something difficult emotionally, maybe mentally. This could be a mental health thing. This could be, it could really just be anything. We'll see what comes up. I'm going to pull a few more cards from a different tarot deck here and see what shows up. But although you might feel like this is tireless and this is thankless and this is just like, I don't see any positive results. Just know that you are doing your job. You are loving, you are supporting, you are saying what needs to be said. You have to be brave, and it might not, it might take until they're an adult and they look back and say, thank you for that moment when I blank, okay? I needed you and you were there, you showed up. Don't doubt the power that you have. Even if it is met with attitudes, if they're teens, even if it's met with resistance and anger. Children need boundaries, they need love, and they need boundaries. This is science. So don't doubt that, you know, if you feel like you're doing the hard stuff, you're doing what needs to be done, but you need to pray about it, okay? Because you can't force things to be a certain way, okay? Okay, so we have the Three of Pentacles, we have the Five of Pentacles, and we have the Wheel of Fortune coming up. Okay. So the Three of Pentacles is actually about getting assistance, okay? This is about reaching out to somebody who can actually be supportive and help. So in the health, you know, aspect of this, it could be reaching out to doctors, to counselors, to therapists. You know, this could be for you, this could be for your child, it could be for the whole family. It's about having that other person that is more advanced in this particular area, that expert stepping in to help bring the growth that is needed. So if this has been a thought in your head that you might want to reach out to a professional for some help or to learn something new, maybe this is you having to learn something new to deal with whatever the situation is, go for it. This is letting you know that getting support and going for help is going to be good for you. This Five of Pentacles is about like fear of not having everything that you need, okay? But it came up in the reverse position, which is, it could mean a few things, but I feel like if you feel like you don't know who to turn to, because I feel like that could be a thing. You don't know who to turn to. You don't know, you know, who can help you. You know, you also did receive the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse position. And it's like that feeling of, I don't know what to expect. And that's not a fun feeling, right? Especially if you feel like you are doing something by yourself. You're carrying a burden by yourself. But Spirit is coming through saying, no, you're not by yourself, right? You have this Council of Light that's saying, we're here for you. You have to pray for us. You have to ask us for help, and we are going to step in and we are going to help you. All right. And then you're just going to need to wait. And it can happen in minutes. It can happen in hours. It can happen in a day where suddenly something is going to show up. There will be a synchronicity. There will be an offer for help. There will be an opportunity. There will be something said to you. Something will show up to provide the way forward for you, okay? You don't have to push forward trying to do this all by yourself. You're definitely getting these messages that you are not doing this. You don't need to do this all by yourself, and you do have help. So don't let the fear of being alone, feeling isolated, not knowing who to turn to, not feeling like you know, like there's even anybody that can help you. The fear of not knowing how something is going to play out, the fear of doing the wrong thing, right? All of that is not going to serve you, okay? What you really want to do is simply pray and lean on Spirit and just sit and wait and pay attention, because Spirit's going to come through. All right? Oh my God. Can you even handle this? Spiritual partnership just came through. Number 27. Spiritual partnership. 2, the number of partnership. 7, Spirit. God, right? Can't even be any, like, pray, pray, pray. You're probably going to get your prayers answered incredibly quickly, because Spirit is just like waiting for you to do this. Spirit's like, reach out. We're right here. Just say the word. We're right here. We're right here to help you. Okay? Let them step in. Forgiveness. All right. The number 96, forgiveness. Forgive yourself. Forgive your child. If this is something that your child has done, has created a problem, has gotten themselves into a situation, if there's addiction, if there's, you know, just struggle in any way, there needs to be love and forgiveness. If you're operating with your kid from a sense of anger and disappointment and resentment, I can't believe you did this. I can't believe you're acting like this. What's wrong with you? How could you do this to me? I've spent my whole life devoted to you. If that's happening, get that out of the energetic mix, okay? What we need is prayer and love. That's what we need here, okay? Prayer and love, forgiveness, compassion. It doesn't mean that we tolerate negative things, but it definitely means that we accept apologies and we move forward in love, okay, ultimately. Physical activity, number 67, okay, so health is playing a role in this. Physical movement, you know, if you personally are under a lot of stress, running, exercising, that would be something that's going to help you cope, okay? We're going to pull one more card from the Good Tarot and see what comes up, and then we'll be done. But Libra, your reading is for this Mercury retrograde. I think this is a bit of a heavy transition for you. This is no small thing. Anything that has to do with our kids is a big deal, right? I understand that, but I want you to be strong, and I want you to pray, and I want you to lean on the fact that you are not alone. You are not going through anything alone. Spirit is waiting for you to just say the word, and they are like ready to help and provide the answers, and you just need to be open. You need to surrender and be open to the way the guidance shows up, okay? Be open, be on the lookout, be aware, look for signs, numbers, synchronicities. If some of these numbers from this reading show up in your life, such as 96, 67, 27, 6 is a huge number in this reading for you. Everything has been a 6, okay? And we have, let's see, we have the 3, we have the 16. Yeah, 6s are just a really big number for you. And 7s. You got all 6s and 7s here. 5, 6, 7. All right. Pay attention. Be open, because the solutions are going to come. The support is coming. Your angels are with you. Pay attention if you look at the clock and you see 111, 222, 333. If you're seeing double numbers or triple numbers, that's Spirit just saying, we're here. We got you. You're not alone. Okay, that's what that is. So let that comfort you. Let it build you up. Let it give you some strength. All right. We have the 7 of Earth coming through. It's another 7 of Pentacles. Okay, it's the second version of this card you're getting in this reading. So I'm going to read what the book says about this one, because this tarot deck is not totally standard to tarot. So I'm just going to read the message. Okay, so the 7, here it is. The 7 of Earth, opening to a new strategy. Being at a crossroads, a decision to be made. As I reflect on my progress to date and see where I stand, I contemplate whether I want to continue singing the same song or change my tune. I'm always free to go back and reimagine what I might co-create. If what I manifested does not serve me as I thought it might, I don't have to be afraid to admit that it is no longer for me. Whatever I choose to do, I am not afraid to start over, for I feel assured that Spirit will always support my highest good. Be open to the solutions. Be open. Be open to changing your ways. Be open to approaching this from a new perspective. Be open to a new line of communication with your children if that's what this is about for you. Be open to a new perspective of the people in your life. Be open to doing things a different way, because Spirit has your back. Spirit is waiting for you to tap in, is looking for it from you. You have a team in the wings that is waiting to support you. So Libra, I wish you all the best. Be strong, connect to Spirit, surrender to what is. All is well and all is for your highest good, because that's the way it is for all of us. Everything is always working in our favor for our highest good and our soul's development and evolution. So I wish you all the best. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this content and like to see more videos like this, please hit subscribe. Feel free to comment down below with any thoughts on this reading, or reach out at any time in my soul group, Soul Strength Facebook group, if you'd ever like to chat about anything. I wish you all the best. Take care.